own lows. He's 5-1 in the wild card round when the Bills scored 30 points in each of their last 4 trips there. But the trouble has been on the road. He has not won a playoff game away from home. 0-4, has another road test Sunday in Jacksonville. Obviously had all those tough losses in Kansas City. Overall, he enters the postseason with 7 playoff wins as a starter, the most without a Super Bowl appearance all time. No other quarterback has more than 5. And given all of that I just read, RC, how much pressure do you think is on Allen in this one?
All of it?
Yeah.
The most? Every playoff game from this point on is the most important game in Josh Allen's career. We know that he doesn't have great skill players around him. We know that he has a defense with deficiencies. And I really don't give a damn. Patrick Mahomes is not in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson is not in the playoffs. Joe Burrow is not in the playoffs. You are the unquestioned guy at the position, and you got to beat people like Trevor Lawrence and Bo Nix and Drake May and C.J. Stroud. You're supposed to do it. No one is going to want to hear the excuses. And probably since about the divisional round in 2021, Josh Allen has lived in this bubble that you couldn't criticize him. And if you criticized him, you were wrong because of what he did in that divisional playoff round, because of what we've seen during the season. If he loses this game, it's on him. I'm not going to care if James Cook doesn't play well. I'm not going to care if Shakir drops balls. I'm not going to care if they can't stop the run. I'm going to care that Josh Allen is the best player left playing in football right now, and he couldn't will his team to win. We have seen the greats drag teams who aren't supposed to be Super Bowl champions to Super Bowls, and there are no other greats in the AFC playing right now. So Josh Allen has to show up in this game, and the support system has to raise its play, or his play has to raise theirs.
Or we're going to have to talk about him differently, in your estimation.
I think at some point, we're going to have to say, okay, Josh, we know what you've done in the past. We believe you've shown up in other situations, but they needed you to show up this year, and you didn't show up in the way that allowed them to keep playing.
Okay, so he's not facing any other quarterbacks. He's facing the Jags defense. Yeah. Talk to me about the challenges that they're going to present.
Jaguars have a good defense. They have not seen an offense nearly as good as Buffalo's. Yep. Probably since they played the Rams in mid-October. And everyone's talked about how good this run defense is, that it's the best run defense in the NFL. Just for context, because everybody has crushed New England for their quote-unquote strength of schedule. In this win streak, they really haven't seen a run game that's top 10. We'll put the Jets in there, and Jets obviously were a very much so struggling football team in general the final month of the season when they played against each other. This is the best run game in football. It's the best offensive line when it comes to running the game, football in the NFL. Indy did not have necessarily Daniel Jones when they played against them. Denver's not a high-end run team. They're a little bit hit and miss. The Jets were a shell of themselves from the beginning of the start of the season. So if I'm Buffalo, there's a level of respect for this Jacksonville run defense. But I want to see, can you handle duo? Yeah. Like, can you handle my double teams? Can you handle my tight ends in the run game? Can you handle my blocking wide receivers on the perimeter? Then we'll find out how good this run defense actually is.
Yeah, Dan, I think what you said about the schedule they played is completely valid. But I will say, to my eyes, this run defense has been very impressive, which is why I'm really excited to see this strength-on-strength matchup. The defensive tackles have been so stout against the run, and the edges, Travon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen, they're so complete. Yep. Yes. And they really bring so much power to the game. And you talked about the Bills and that duo running game. There's a reason why over the course of the season, the Jags have allowed the second lowest yards after contact per carry behind only Seattle. The backers, the safeties are tackling really well, too. And, the Bills make the corners tackle, too. So I am, excited because I think it is truly, good on good. Yeah. I'll add one more thing. In the pass defense, because the Jags' pass defense has also been very good, we'd love to see them play more man coverage. This is the Bills' offense that is dramatically better against zone than man this year. Josh is third in QBR against zone, 21st against man. It's not a Josh Allen stat. That's a Bills receiver stat. Yep. I think even without Jordan Lewis, the Bills have the corners to match up. And if you just let Josh dink and dunk his way down the field, I think they'll regret it.
Yeah, I was about to say, MK, I agree with them. Some heavy-handed son of a guns up front for Jacksonville. They are knocking people back. So it'll be a great matchup to your point, Dan. But I'm going to go to the other side. Buffalo has to be able to run the football. And I've said this to y'all, and y'all know this. Yeah. It's the volume for me sometimes when it comes to Josh Allen. This team is, give me the graphic, Chris. This team is 15-2. when James Cook goes over 100 yards. So listen, I don't care what stat you attribute or what team you think they are. This is a running football team. That is what they do at their best. And then their quarterback is the ultimate athlete at the position, ability to push the ball downfield wherever he needs to. And those plays are going to have to be called on, as Ryan alluded to. But this is going to have to be the calling card for the Buffalo Bills. I do not believe that you can find yourself in a drop-back game for majority of this game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, because that front will get after you. They'll push the pocket. They'll rush smart because they know what Josh's legs can do to you in a game, and I just don't think that's the path forward for the Buffalo Bills. James Cook is going to have to be the leader.
That's cold-blooded. They didn't put your graphic up as fast as they did Dan's.
Well, a couple things.
I'm just saying, you called for the graphic,
As
and they
soon
act
as
like
I
they didn't
named
have
James
it.
Cook, I was like, bring the damn
Big
graphic.
dog.
As soon as
But
they
here's the
asked
thing,
for
though,
it.
Big Dog. Yours is actually called a tombstone because it's smaller.
Oh, my
Whatever the hell it's called.
What is this? Is this
Whatever
get
it's
off?
called.
We're calling for
Right.
graphics? What's happening here?
I don't
Chris,
study
our poor
TV like
producer,
that.
I feel so
I
bad.
did like
A
it though.
tombstone,
I did like
a
it though, Big Dog.
headstone, a burial plot, whatever it's called, put it up there.
He said a burial plot.
Our poor producer,
Oh, okay,
Chris.
Dan.
Oh, Dan the man on the Bills.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he don't want Bills Mafia to call him out.
No. I think Jacksonville's very good. I just don't have a lot of evidence of Josh playing 2 bad games in a row. He was bad against the Philadelphia Eagles, played poorly.
Yeah.
And I know he's maybe not as healthy as everyone would like him to be. Trevor's been unbelievable. I think that this offense can control the line of scrimmage.
Question, without history playing a part in this game, you watch the second half of this season, nameless gray faces, just shadows. Which quarterback do you want in this game?
Josh Allen. Oh, without history? Without history, Trevor
Can I
Lawrence.
tell you why I picked the Jags?
Yeah.
Can I tell you what? Because it was very close
Put
for
the
me.
tombstone
You know
up,
what it
Chris.
came down to? It was this close. The Bills got a 41-year-old kicker coming off of an injury. The Jags kicker can boot it from outer space. And I'm just telling you, in the playoffs, that matters.
That's right.
History,
RC is
history,
like
history.
across the studio.
Guys.
He's gone.
What,
We've
Marcus?
lost him. There he is.
The game is in Jacksonville. That is why I picked the Jaguars.
Yeah,
you
I don't feel
can't
great about it.
identify
Yeah.
a team that's playing
It
better
matters.
than them right now.
Yeah.
And they playing in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't feel great about
the
it.
Bills have not won a road playoff game since 1992.
Yeah, I don't
that
feel
was
great
Jim
about it.
Kelly over Dan
Good
Marino.
grief.
I retire.
Man.
That was it. That was
Come
it.
back,
After
please.
Dan's answer,
Don't
I'm done.
retire.
No,
Sit
I
down.
give it to you,
Sit
RC.
down.
Without
We got more
history, I would take
tombstones to
Trevor.
put
But
up.
history is
you
my
go.
brain.
We got to listen to the question.
Sorry.
All right, time now for a play sheet presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Come on back, RC, please. Swagger, we're going to do this thing. All right, over under 1.5 passing touchdowns for Josh Allen.
Hannah, I can't believe they let me do it. I'm going over for Josh Allen. I'm going over 1.5 touchdowns. One of them will come off of a scramble and him buying some time. He'll find the end zone more than once. I think it's going to have to be with his arms.
Yeah, we ran out of options here because RC left the set, so we had to go. Okay, over under 85.5 combined rushing and receiving yards for ETN.
I go over. I like what Jacksonville does with Travis Etienne, especially getting the ball in his hands early and letting him work in space, and obviously him coming out of the backfield. I think combined 85.5 is not a large feat for Travis Etienne. I think he's going to see the ball a lot.
Okay, who's our mystery man? Anytime touchdown.
I'm going Brenton Strange, tight end, Jacksonville Jaguars. Red area, Trevor Lawrence has been using his legs.
Yep.
The Buffalo Bills will be they'll be paying attention to that, and the tight end will find himself open in the end zone.
He had a
for
touchdown last week. There you go.
Get your
I
money,
like it.
man.
$10 bet wins you $90.